Hello everyone and welcome back to the Abi Lyle demo evening here at Gransha. I am joined by one of our Grand Prix riders, David Freeney. David, thank you for talking to us this evening.
No problem at all.
Tell us a little bit about you, what you do, and of course the horse that you brought with you tonight.
Yeah, so my name is David Freeney. I'm a dressage rider based in Wicklow, based with Stephen Byrne, Cherry Lodge Stud. And this is Nelson, our horse we own together. He's a 17-year-old Dutch born. Yeah, this happens as soon as we finish a show, straight into the box and does a pee. So
routine.
This is routine.
Don't stop.
This is good. This is good. So yeah, he's 17 and we have him since he was 10, and we brought him up from medium to Grand Prix level, and this is our first year at Grand Prix. So
okay, exciting.
Yeah, so it's really exciting. Yeah.
Talk us through a little bit about the journey from when you bought him.
Yeah, so he was, very sharp and very, I'd say, slightly fearful of people, so it took a long time to get him to trust us and build a partnership. He had only ever been to one show, and before we got him, we didn't really know why on his record until we brought him to a show. He was a very bad traveller, and he would just be blind at a show. So we understood then that was why. But yeah, so over the years, just building up a partnership with him. He hacks out, so he does all that. He's great, which is great for him as well as the arena. So he gets to hack out in company on his own, which he really likes, and he gets to be a bit of a horse. When we first got him, putting him out in the field, he just didn't know, absolutely not. And he'd just have a flick of a switch. He'd be galloping back to the gate, and he'd be losing shoes. And yeah, it was it was quite a nightmare at the beginning just to keep him happy and settled. And
you don't get to Grand Prix without going to shows, so you've kind of essentially rehabbed them into a Grand Prix horse.
Absolutely, no, absolutely. And we tried lots of things traveling, left side, right side, company, no company, and he would just, as soon as they travel over 80 kilometers, he's fine. Yeah. When it's on a country road, slow, bumpy, he was a nightmare. He'd be just banging, dancing, clattering. It was very nerve-wracking for both of us when we were driving to hear that. But he would walk in the box every time, no problem, quiet, happy, eat, and then when you turn the engine on, it was just like, so it was quite nerve-wracking at the beginning. But yeah, over time, and I suppose planning shows and where to go. Like Spruce Lodge is very close to us. So we figured out that we couldn't just go straight to Spruce Lodge because he wasn't settled. So we used to have to drive to Coins Cross, do around the flyover, back up, because it wasn't long enough. Because the first time we went to Spruce Lodge, he wasn't settled, and then I got on him and he just wasn't good. He wasn't happy, irritable. So we said, right, next time we'll try a bit longer. We went to Coins Cross, over the flyover, back, and he was settled, and then it was great.
That's just amazing.
Yeah, so we learned that
the trial and error that goes into
the Oh yes, and as well. So Junction 18 is our exit near the Beehive, and we used to do a lot of shows in Colossery when Leinster region were there. So you'd be coming up you'd put your indicator on, boom, 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 boom. Oh god! So that was the whole way back to our yard. So 12, 13 minutes up that. And often we'd have to take him out and hose him down. Like he would be
upset.
So then we said, right, we'll try going through Wicklow town, disorientate him a little bit, come back with the Beehive, all that sort of stuff. But then he started to realise on the N11, we were nearly home, boom, boom. So then it started coming a little bit earlier. Yeah. So there was lots of them, and it was very nerve-wracking driving, even though he'd come off the box and go to the show and he'd do his job, but yeah, you'd be worried about him, and it's just you're using all that energy on the way to a show. You don't want that happen. So it's amazing to get him here. He's and
the training side of things, David, talk us through how has he taken to the training side? How have you found it yourself?
Well, he loves his work. He's the type of horse who loves a routine and thrives on work. If you give him a bit of a holiday, he tends to fall apart a little bit. Like you might give him 2 weeks off, he looks like he's had 2 months off.
Yeah, okay.
So he loves to keep him working. So now what we do is a holiday is really like just hacking. Just light hacking, lunging, things like that. Whereas a flat down holiday, he just doesn't do great with.
And it's just finding what works.
For him, exactly. So yeah, he loves his work, and the harder the work comes, the better. And he's the type of horse that you kind of have to build up the energy. Like you could. Of course, he knows a lot of the movements, but you could just ask him to walk to canter, and he'd be like, what? I don't hear you. Whereas you kind of have to say, no, you do know this, and build him up. And once the energy comes and he gets a little bit hotter, he's like, he loves it, like, you know.
And so bringing that on then to this evening and the atmosphere that was in there tonight.
Yeah.
What was your expectations of him? How did he go?
Yeah, so expectations, I just wanted him to go in and be settled and, you know, go around and not be too startled by the audience, which he didn't. And yeah, I didn't really know what Abi would ask us in the Grand Prix because it's not pre-discussed, so I didn't really know what she'd want us to do. I was delighted when she wanted us to do the changes because they paid off. I thought they were really good. Yeah, he was happy with them. And we've only got the one sorted 2 days before our first Grand Prix.
Okay.
They literally came the Thursday before the weekend, and they were like, "Oh my god, we got 15." And then what would happen is, as we were doing the twos, he'd throw in some ones.
Okay. Yeah.
So that happened in our first Grand Prix. So I did 9 twos and great, and then 4 ones afterwards.
Yeah.
So you were like, "Oh, okay, I didn't move my leg." And then it came to a point where we couldn't do any twos without ones. So I was really like, "Oh god." You know, because you can't, he's offering the ones, he's trying. So I learned that if I did twos on a circle, he would do them and not throw in the ones.
Okay.
I just thought if I, you know, change the balance a little bit, come off, don't do diagonal. Yeah. So he will do, that's going to be in our freestyle. So I got the twos.
Exclusive.
Yeah, exclusive. I got to do it now. Yeah, so that's I only do the twos on a circle, and then we went to I do them in a warm up on a circle, then I just do them once in the test, and they paid off, and then I didn't tonight, and they paid off. So yeah, he was really, really super, and I was just really happy with how he performed.
An absolute credit to you, seriously. And what are your plans for him then, or for you, short term even?
So short term, just to keep on, you know, hoping to do another Grand Prix the end of September, and just keep on improving in everything we're doing, really, and just, you know, so things that he's good at can become a bit easier, and the things that he struggles with can become something that he learns to be able to cope with. Like, so that's the plan. Just keep working away and see how far we can go in the Grand Prix. You know, I remember Heike always saying, you know, you get to a Grand Prix, and then it's another 2-3 years of getting better at it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the job only starts when you get there, really. So yeah.
Exactly. Well, look, David, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
No problem.
Well done in there. You should be very proud of Nelson.
Yeah.
Good boy, Nelson.
He's very happy. This is great.
Thanks,
No, thank you. This is great.